If you feel like you're often drained after being around specific people and you're not quite sure why this happens, this video is for you. In this video, I will go through some specific things that have helped me when being around low vibrational people and to sort of protect myself when being around them, because let's be honest, we can't really fully remove ourselves from situations or people who are not vibrating on the same level as we are, and we will always have to, at some point, to some extent, deal with people who don't really match our energy. In this video, I wanted to discuss about some things that I found really helpful when I was trying to gain a bit more space and perspective when being around low vibrational people, and really sensing a bit better how I feel when being around these people, how to set boundaries, and who you surround yourself with. First thing that I really found to be quite helpful was to not fully give myself out energetically. When you agree with certain things, when you're discussing with someone who doesn't really see eye to eye to you, it might feel like you're standing your ground and standing up for yourself. But I've noticed that if you are giving more of yourself energetically, you're really giving them reasons to continue to either be hurtful or rude or just plain negative. I feel like you're giving away too much of yourself energetically, and you're sort of giving them tools to hurt you even more. So if you are giving yourself away energetically, you trying to win an argument or really trying to make them see from your point of view will only add to their fire. So think about how much you want to give from yourself, because these people will use this as fuel to have more access to you. Also, if you've noticed, usually low vibrational people will try to gain a reaction out of you. So you giving anything real or honest about yourself, you're giving them more for them to then use this against you and maybe hurt you even more. So just setting a boundary of not being too invested in these situations and interactions. For me, I noticed that this was a very helpful tool to use, because when I noticed that a discussion might be a bit more to the negative side, or a person tries to bring me down, if I don't interact and really go in to try to make them feel or think differently, I exclude myself from this situation and I just accept what is. And this way I really save myself energetically from being hurt. If you notice that you need to be with someone for a longer period of time and you don't really feel that this is possible, or you already feel drained before this even happens, try to learn to be more aware of your emotions through meditation or journaling, and become more aware of feelings that you have in your body when you are around these people. Because the more aware you become of your emotions, you're more aware of then understanding and seeing more clearly when this happens and with who does this happen with. So then you become more aware of the people in your life who actually are bringing these emotions to the surface, and maybe some people that you might need to spend less time with. What I usually did was I physically removed myself from a situation. So if this was a party or this was a setting where there were multiple people, I would take more and longer breaks, just being with myself, leaving the room, leaving the area for a bit, just to be with myself and how I feel when I remove myself from them. If you feel like you're caught in a discussion or you're kind of stuck in a discussion with a specific person, I usually do internal affirmations, or just deciding that I will leave now and I need to excuse myself just to have a break from people, and people will not usually stop you and you are able to then exit the situation. Another thing that you should be paying attention to is letting go of any expectations you have about their reactions. When we feel close to someone and really feel connected to them, we do expect their acceptance and we do expect their opinions, and we want their attention. So we want to hear how they think about the happenings in our life, or we want to hear how they're doing. So if you are really sharing something very personal about your life and expecting a loving reaction or maybe really positive comments, you will be hugely disappointed. So instead, pay attention to not give away too much of your personal life, and this way you're not giving them any more tools to hurt you further. Some low vibrational people, specifically if they're friends or family members, someone who is close to you and maybe know you from a longer period of time, they've known you since your childhood, they have way more tools to use against you. So in this case, they know how you react to certain comments, or they know so much about you that they can actually comment on past experiences and events to further gain authority or further gain more power in a discussion with you. If a discussion feels like you're not able to express your feelings and you're not able to be yourself, this is really your biggest cue to understand that this person doesn't really want to hear anything about you, how you are doing. They don't want to see the real you. They don't want to see your real personality, because that's not what they need from you. And of course, we will always expect certain reactions from our loved ones. We want them to be happy for us or really cheer us on or maybe be concerned about our well-being. But if a person is never showing you any reactions, and specifically positive reactions, do not give them any more material or any more information about your life, because they will not care whether you are sharing that with them or not. So why share something so personal with a person who doesn't want the best for you? Instead, when you go into these interactions or events where you know you might meet these people, don't expect any reactions out of them. Just understand that the bare minimum that they're giving is the reaction that you're going to get. Trying to gain their acceptance and oversharing with them just to gain more of a loving reaction from them will just leave you really drained and hurt once you leave these events or situations and you feel like you've overshared your life with them and you gained nothing back. Low vibrational people have this tendency of being quite pessimistic and really drain your energy. So be aware of not sharing anything or giving them anything that they can kind of connect to or attach themselves to, because then you are able to leave sort of untouched from these situations. Because if you don't expect anything, you will not be leaving disappointed and feeling like you gave so much out of yourself and not getting anything back. Just understand that the relationship you have with these people, it's just for the bare minimum and just interacting on necessary basis. And this takes me to the third thing that I did when being around low vibrational people. One thing that really helped me was to gain more perspective by going no contact with these people. In this situation, of course, the people that I'm referring to were people that were closer to me. They were friends, they were family members. They were people that usually would have more access to my life, and I felt that the easiest way was just to remove myself from any contact with these people and just gain a bit more perspective on how I felt being around them and how I felt being away from them, because the difference was huge. When you're not constantly bombarded with their negative comments or backhanded comments, you will definitely notice how your feelings will change within your body. Just to be away from them, your body will feel so much lighter. If I had made plans with them or we were discussing about making plans, I would always feel anxiety rising in my body just before we needed to interact or meet. I noticed that having these feelings just around them and also feeling drained after they left really gave me more perspective to understand that it was actually the person and not me having a bad day. You will also gain your energy back by going no contact, because being around low vibrational people will definitely just take all your energy. And once you have the time to be with yourself and just around the people who love and care about you, you will notice the different feelings you have in your body, and just letting go of this tightness and frustration and maybe anxiety that is rising up. If you're still thinking whether a person is a low vibrational or not, if you are having any types of negative or uncomfortable feelings, emotions rising through your body, this is definitely your answer that this person doesn't make you feel good or loved or just appreciated in general. When you do go no contact with them, your body will start feeling lighter, and this is usually a sign that you're cutting the energetic cords with these people and you're gaining more authority over your body, and you setting your boundaries is actually working. If you still need to interact with them, because honestly we cannot really fully remove ourselves from these people, try to do it in a non-physical way. So try not to meet up with them. If you have to use social media to message them or any other platform that they cannot get a hold of you or your movements, because people who are low vibrational will make you feel anxious even through your phone. So having as little contact as possible with them will give you more space to really reflect on these situations and whether you want to let these people into your life. This will also give you more time to respond, because if you're having to call them or if you have to meet with them, you do not have the time to reflect on what they're saying and whether their comment is backhanded or not, or whether they're trying to hurt you with their comments. But if you can really take a step back and only be in contact with them through your phone, like through messaging or social media, you can really notice negative cues that they have in their messaging, and you can also sense better how you're feeling in your body. So this is a more safer way to be in contact with them. And again, you can always have a discussion with your friends, family members, people who are maybe making you you feel this way. But if they're not aware of this or they feel like you're attacking them, this is a definite sign that they do not want to build a relationship with you, but they're actually just gaining access to you or gaining something out of you in you feeling fearful or anxious around them. Because if you want to change your relationship and try to make it better and try to make it beneficial for both of you, usually this low vibrational person understands that they are losing access to you and that you are about to cut them out. And this will make them to have to reflect on their own behavior and actions, which they're not necessarily ready to do just yet. So this might actually end in you having to cut ties fully with these people. I feel like these are great ways to distance yourself from low vibrational people or just to coexist with them. And with time, you will notice if distancing yourself from them is helping, and you can then just come to a conclusion of whether this worked for you or not, whether the person was previously gaining too much access to your life, and if you just want to cut them off fully. I hope you enjoyed this video and you're more prepared to be around low vibrational people and just to be more aware of the people that are in your life. Thanks for watching, and I'll be seeing you next week. Bye.